Hello and welcome to my little video for keeping safe online for parents. Now it's just a little handy how-to video with some hints and tips. So I do apologise if I am teaching anyone to suck eggs. It's not meant to patronise or anything else. It is simply some useful ideas that should help us stay safe online. Now more than ever, we find ourselves at home working from a laptop, from a tablet, from our phones, then having the telly on, and then having, and we are absolutely surrounded by screens. This can be a gift in itself because life is so easily accessible everywhere we are. But at the same time, it's important that we all learn to stay safe online and make sure that we're educating children to stay safe and also allowing them a little bit of freedom to explore. So, but to do that, we want to make a safe environment first. So what I want to talk about in this video is I'm going to talk about some safety features that you have free, easy to use at home, some ways to check up on what has been searched or what has been used on different devices, and also some apps to help you as a family stay safe together. One of the biggest things I'll say first of all is the best way to go forward with internet safety is a discussion at home with the kids as to what you should do in a situation where maybe you find yourself talking to someone you're not comfortable with, or if they find themselves seeing content that they're not comfortable with that makes them feel worried or anxious, or that they know they shouldn't be worried, shouldn't be looking at. What I would say for that is always come forward. I say in school, in class, if you find something or come across something that makes you feel uncomfortable, don't try and hide it, don't bottle it up, because it'll build up in your head. Bring it forward and we can talk about it, and we can talk about how to make sure it doesn't happen again and move forward from that. Okay. Now, one of the first things I want to talk about with you is your router at home. Now, this is where all internet comes into your house. It is the choke point. Everything, all content comes to that router, and then it delivers it to games, consoles, phones, tablets, Alexa, tellies, computers. It delivers everything. Now, most routers now have safety features built into them. Can't be more specific or personal with this, unfortunately, because every router and every internet provider will be different. But if you have a manual for your router, I'd suggest rooting it out, and that will in there will give you instructions on how to log in online to your family's internet zone, as it were, and how to set up some controls for it. Okay. One of the first things that I'm also wanting to go through with you is checking up on what has been looked at home. So I'm just going to share my screen now, and if I go on to internet here, with the with all web browsers, each browser is slightly different, but in general are the same. This is the same for mobile phones and tablets as well. And if you're on a games console that has a web browser on it, it will also have something similar. But I'm not very good at games console, so I can't comment too much, but it should be very similar. Now, in the top right hand corner here, I'm using Google Chrome at the moment. I can open up history. Now, history, it just literally gives me a list of all sites that have been accessed. I can see how long they've been accessed for, what time they were accessed, and it's all there, date and everything. With history, obviously, it is easy to clear the history, to hide history, to delete certain things. So it is a way of checking up as what has been searched and looked at online, but it is also easily changed. There is also the option on most browsers now for a sort of private mode where you can hide from the history in a sense. So on Google Chrome, it is called incognito mode, or on other devices, it's usually called private mode or something along those lines. All that is a way of accessing the internet that hides your history. Okay, so it will still appear on it will still be able to be accessed by your internet provider, but you as a home user will not be able to see anything that has been searched within private mode. Now, using some of the parental guides we're going to talk about in a bit, you can still block what is searched within private mode as well as on your browser. So one of the first things, so if I'm going to show you now an app. Now, I've just got the website up for it here. This is an app from Google. It's called Google Family Link. It works on your Android phones and it will work on your iPhones as well. It is an app in which you as a parent or carer have control over other devices in the house. So you can add all devices in the house to the app. It does mean that there's emails needed, but it is something that you can keep private and keep at home. So it's not a public email, it's not shared anywhere, it's completely to do with you. Now on this, it's all about setting up healthy habits, allowing children, allowing others to explore the internet, have fun and still use it, but giving you that sort of safety net blanket of knowing that you've done all you can to help them stay safe online. Now on it, it lets you set the ground rules and it lets them explore and play on it. So here is a little bit of sort of an example of what it looks like. It will tell you how long someone's been on an app. So if you opened it up, you could click on such and such's phone and see how long they've spent on different apps and what apps they've accessed. On that, you also have the option for screen time limits. So setting that limit of how long they're allowed on the screen time and times within the day in which they can and can't access the internet. So if you say bedtime at 8 o'clock, no more internet after that, at 8 o'clock, you can set on this, internet will not be allowed and they won't be able to use the internet from their device. Okay, so it's a great tool just to keep the family together. As I say, that is available on iPhones and Androids. iPhones do have a similar feature within themselves. If you go into settings and screen time, within screen time, you can set up on your own phone, you can set up safety pins that need to be put in if anything wants to be accessed or downloaded. But there's also an option there on newer iPhones, I think on anything with iOS 12 or greater, which most phones are updated to now at least. And on that, it has a family sharing network. So again, you can create a little network within your family, but that does mean that everyone needs to have sort of an iPhone or an Apple product. So Google, the Google app is a bit better in that it's a bit more user friendly for families. Okay. So just to add a little bit more, in iPhone settings in screen time, you can click on content and privacy restrictions, which allows you to set up again all of those different things. You can literally click allow or block for and really personalize for exactly what you want, creating just perfect experience for you or whoever's using that device. The same can be said on Android phones. If you click onto the Android Play Store, in there, if you click on settings, you can click and you can set pins up to make sure that things have to have a pin or parental consent before they are purchased, before they are used. And all of this as well helps block things on the internet further down the line when children are using phones or tablets or different things like that. But the most important thing here is about staying safe and about having that open dialogue as a family, and making sure that using the internet isn't this horrendous scary thing, because it is such a wonderful tool. We would not have been able to function throughout this pandemic without the use of the internet and our online learning platforms and having that open communication. So it's got so many benefits that we want to really utilize, but to utilize those benefits, we need to make sure that we're aware of the negatives and how to control them as much as possible, make things just a brilliant experience all around. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you have been able to pick up something that can help you at home. What I'm also going to do is, with this video, there's going to be some links for some different sites, one of which has a little scroll down bar on it where you can select different devices, and it will tell you exactly how to set up controls on each device. So it's really personalized, really easy to use, and it gives you step-by-step guides. I am also going to be adding a government suggested list of apps that are child friendly. Now, these apps are aimed at younger children, so we're talking about Key Stage 1 here, but these are government certified apps that are linked to the curriculum and linked to learning, which would be beneficial if you're wondering, well, what can my child play on if they want a game, or if you're looking to do a little bit of extra with them. Then these are apps that they can access and that the government has put forward as winners. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Hope it has helped in some way, and hopefully see you all soon. Stay safe. Bye now.